Hey guys, what's going on? What's up with y'all? Welcome. We are still in cycle 28. We are currently on cycle day 23, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm still working out at the gym, running on the treadmill, lifting weights, and I really feel good on the inside. And so I'm hoping for a BFP. You know, we always hope for a BFP. So that's pretty much where my head is at. Now, a few days ago I did have some mid-cycle spotting, and that's because of I'm taking Fertilase. So that's because of the Vitex. You kind of sometimes you get like, you know, mid-cycle spotting, and there's nothing to be alarmed about. Now, I was a little bit irritated because I thought it was my period coming, because it was like on cycle day 13, and I was like, oh hell no. I already had a situation where my where AF came on cycle day 16, like craziness, and I was just like, oh hell no, it's too early for that. But it went away after a day, and that was the end of it. Didn't have to worry about it anymore, and I've been feeling good ever since. I've been going to the gym every single day, running, I've been feeling really good. And so I've been eating a lot of fruits and just drinking a lot of lemon, because I love ice water with lemon wedge squeezed in it, no sugar of course. So refreshing, and it just makes me feel really good on the inside. So, and I've been drinking my tea, honey, my probiotic tea that I showed y'all last time. So yeah, so what I wanted to share with you guys today on this vlog, you know, I've been TTCing for, it'll be 2 years on the 16th of December. We have been officially TTCing for 2 years. And so I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling so down about it and just like pissed and angry. And so, you know, I decided to busy myself. I'm doing really well in school. I'm still in school, y'all. And so I'm so super busy with that, so it kind of takes my mind away from it. But I was so busy, you know, with school that I didn't even realize we were already in December. And I'm just like, hallelujah, thank you. Finally, because my insurance doesn't start until January 1st. And so I really want to pick a physician, because the doctor that we had the last time was a doctor that we chose, that we paid for out of pocket. We paid for everything with him out of pocket, and I was not happy with the service, as you guys know from my last vlog. So I developed, you know, going into this, you know, to the new year, and picking a physician. This is not some doctor that's just going to be like fly by night. This is going to be my OBGYN. Hopefully somebody that I can, you know, conceive and deliver all of my children, you know, with this one person. So that didn't sound right, but whatever, you know, y'all know what I mean. And so I wanted to go through the whole entire TTC process, pregnancy and everything with this one individual if I like them. And so I developed like a criteria, because I didn't do that before, which I should have, when you're going to pick a physician, because you have to have some kind of criteria. Because a lot of people just assume that, okay, the insurance says you pick this person and then you're stuck with them for life. Hell to the nah. With the insurance that my husband and I have, we have 297 OBGYN offices in our immediate area. So guess what? What you won't do, what you can't do, what you refuse to do, how, you know, whatever the case may be, boom, on to the next. We're not even gonna, I don't argue with people, I just take my business elsewhere, and that's it. So I've been on the phone all morning long trying to find a physician, and it has been, I never knew just calling to find out if a person does consultations would be just such an annoying and irritating process. I'll tell you why. Now, my first criteria for choosing a doctor is location. Now, when you're going into, you know, for an OBGYN visit, as far as if you're in a TTC process or if you are pregnant, you are going to be visiting this office on a regular basis. who really wants to sit in traffic for 30 to 45 minutes to an hour just to go to the doctor? No. Well, depending on where you live, that may be your reality. But where my husband and I live, we live, y'all know. Anyway, I'm trying not to say too much. I don't want to tell too much about business on here. There's crazy people. We live in an area where it's really, really, really heavily populated with all types of different people. So you have like a really, really eclectic variety of doctors to choose from, which is awesome. Me personally, I really do not have a particular preference. Now, I'll get into that later on. As far as nationality and stuff like that, there's only one thing that I do require. I don't care what your nationality is as far as your color of your skin, where you come from, your family's from. That does not concern me whether you're, male or female. I don't care about that. As long as we can communicate, properly, we can communicate, coherently, and I understand you and you understand me, then I'm good to go. So now, going back to location, I wanted to pick a doctor's office that was in my immediate area. And so I went online to the insurance company website, and of course I have an HMO, so you have to pick the doctors within the network. And so I had a ton of choices, and so I finally picked this doctor's office that is literally 2 miles away from my house, which is awesome. Now, the second criteria that I thought was really important is whether or not people answer the phone or not. I have this huge pet peeve of automated systems. I cannot stand the automated system. And I say that because it's not that I'm not hip with the times and all of that crap. If you've ever had an automated system glitch and fail on you and just keep repeating the same crap over and over again and not work properly, you know how aggravating it is. When you keep pressing 0 to try to get to an operator, they're just like, that is an invalid selection. This is like, oh my God, I want to talk to a real person. You will appreciate a secretary answering the phone when you have that experience happen to you. I called literally like 20 doctors' offices, and it was just either the phone just rang, and we're not talking about, oh, it's like busy or whatever, because right now it's like 10:18, and at the time when I called, it was like 9:30. So y'all been in the office for 30 minutes. Like, hell, it shouldn't be that damn busy. The phone just kept ringing. So when I finally did get to a person, I was just like, I wanted to make an appointment, for a consultation. Before I could get the whole word of consultation, this lady just cut me off. Oh, I'll transfer you to the appointment. Click, and I was like, damn. She just like cut me off, transfer my ass to somebody else. I was like, okay, bye. And so I just immediately hung up and was like, no, next. I'm not dealing with that. I need somebody who's nice and pleasant. So then I called the next doctor's office, and the person answered the phone. She was okay, but she didn't know nothing. I was like, well, does the doctor do consultations? I really don't know. Well, what did I ask her? I asked her something else, and she was just like, hold on a second. I was just like, wow, okay. Click, next. I just don't have time for foolishness. If you're going to answer the phone, if you work in the doctor's office and you're going to answer the phone, you need to have just a clear knowledge of what the doctor does and what the person, what their services that they offer, because you are pretty much the deciding factor of whether or not a person is going to, go with that doctor or not. Because if I don't care how nice and how cool the doctor is, if their secretary is nasty and mean, I'm not going to deal with it, because you have to, that's the first person that you speak to in order to get to the doctor. And if you can't even get to the doctor because you got to deal with Evelina, then, or Dumbo who don't know nothing, and don't have nobody to ask, just keep putting you on hold and just be like, well, can you call back later? And like, no, I can't. How about I just don't call back at all? You know, so yeah. So that was the thing. And so when I finally found a doctor, the lady, she answered the phone very, very pleasantly. Like, I was just like, you know, when you have so many like bad experiences and you finally get to somebody that's pleasant, you're just like, oh, hi. You know. So she introduced herself, said, my name is, well, good morning, this is so-and-so and so's office, my name is so-and-so, how may I help you? And so I asked her, I said, can I make an appointment for a consultation? She asked me my first, last name, she asked me all of the details, but she was very, very polite, professional, and pleasant. That is what you're looking for when you call any doctor's office. Okay, that may not mean much to some, but it means a whole lot to me and probably some other people as well. So I was able to set up an appointment. Now, also, when you're looking for a doctor, there are many, many doctors who are bilingual, trilingual, or however many linguals there is. Or they have like certain religious affiliations, whether they're Jewish or whatever the case may be. They do have doctors, because in my particular area, we have a humongous, like an astronomical, just a huge population of Orthodox Jews. And you see them every Saturday. They walk to church. They all live in the same community. They all live in this, it's a, and it's not a gated community, but it's like a community, like a neighborhood. And they all live in their church, their place of worship is like walking distance, and you always see them in droves walking to church or walking anywhere. And so they do have a ton of doctors who, you know, who are in that faith, but they accept any patient, you know. So if that's something that you're really, really, you know, if it's important to you to be with a doctor that has the same religious beliefs as you, then by all means, you know. So, education. Now, what's really, really cool about my insurance is that when you look for a doctor, you can actually click on additional information as far as education, where the doctor went to college, where he did his undergraduate, graduate, and medical school training. And they will let you know if the doctor is certified by the American College of Obstetrician and Gynecologists. And so you really, really, really need to make sure your doctor has credible credentials. That's very, very, very important, you know, so that you don't get, you know, hacked by anybody that has no education, that's just like, you know, their credentials are kind of like questionable. You know, you want to get somebody that's reputable and that you can just easily look up and Google, honey. And so, malpractice insurance, it's important for you to have that, for whatever physician that you choose to have that as well, because if something were to take place, they make a mistake, which all human beings do, you don't want to be stuck with footing the bill of some damage that they did to yourself, your infant, or to you, regardless of anything that may happen. So you do need to make sure that your doctor does have malpractice insurance, because if they don't, they will make you sign a paper that says that you are here at your own risk. If anything happens to you, it's your problem. And so you don't want to deal with that kind of foolishness. They need to have, you know, malpractice insurance. And so also what's really, really important, may not be important to many, but it is important to me, appointment wait time. Now, since I just newly made my appointment with this new doctor's office, I haven't gone there yet, so I don't know how their wait time is. Now, I've heard people, they love their doctor to death, but they can't stand their appointment being at 10 o'clock and they don't get seen until 11:15 or 11:30. That is ridiculous. Like, if you have to wait more than, like, I guess I can say 30 minutes. If you have to wait more than 30 minutes for your appointment, they're overscheduling, and it's just a little too much. Because we all have things to do. We don't have time to sit up in the office just looking at TV or just looking at the wall or looking at magazines. You do that at home. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if that's important to you, then that's something that you may want to take in consideration when you go to the doctor's office. Now, what I will be discussing with the doctor once I get there is, well, the when I set up the appointment, I asked the nurse if there could be like can I specify the visit as far as what I want from the doctor, like what the visit is going to entail as far as why am I there. And so I did let her know that I have gotten a pap smear last month, and that I did also pay to get a hysterosalpingogram, and because of the pain that I endured, the results were inconclusive. So I need to discuss with him how to go about rescheduling that exam. It was a horrible exam, and like I said, it's just all about what you will do to have a child. And at this point, the exam was pretty much inconclusive. They didn't even finish the procedure to even find out if my tubes are blocked or not. So I really don't know, And then dummy didn't even explain anything to me, so I still sitting here with a big fat question mark on my forehead. So I really don't know what's going on with my tubes or whatever. So I need that test to be redone, and I don't care. I'm gonna beg for something. They have to give me some kind of medicine, because that test is no joke. But I'm one of those people that I don't forget pain. I don't forget what the pain was, and I have this weird thing where I can brace myself for stuff. If I know I'm going into a situation that is painful, that I've experienced previously, I can brace for it and just like grit through it. I asked if I could bring like a pillow or a towel that I can chew on, just something to just get through the procedure so we can get the show on the road, man. So yeah, so and so the secretary was really, really nice. She's like, oh yeah, she knew exactly what I was talking about. Oh yeah, she was on point. I liked her. And so she knew exactly what I was talking about, and she made a note, so that she could inform the doctor what my appointment would be about, so he will be prepared, for whatever. And she told me to bring whatever information that I had, so that he can go over it and see, and then go on it and just proceed from there. And so what I will be asking, of course, once we get past that point, is, birthing experience and stuff like that. Now, with my first kid, because my husband and I have already planned to have 4 children. Oh yeah, y'all, we already picked the names, honey. See? And that's called faith. We having 4 children. We already picked because I was searching online, because you don't hear a lot of names, like V names. And my husband's first name is Vern, and he does not like, because he's a junior, and his dad's not around, so he's not a big fan of his name, because he was named after somebody that's a deadbeat. I digress. So he doesn't want any juniors, or he doesn't want that name to be passed on. He wanted to end with him, and that's it. So, but I still, in honor of my husband, I still wanted to carry on the V theme in honor of him. And so we did pick 2 boy names and 2 girl names that we agreed on, out of a list of, like, I have it up here, like maybe 30 names, 30, 40 names. And so we did, they may change, but I liked how they sound together, because you know how when you have multiple children, you just want their names to be in sync. Well, some people do. I just, that's how I am. You want to like, what are their names? So and so and so and so and so. I'm not going to share them naturally, because people on YouTube be stealing names, man. There's so many YouTube mamas that they kids are named like the same thing, like they're different spelling, but it's the same damn name. Nah. Whenever my child goes to school, when you call his name, he will be the only one raising his hand. It won't be like my nephew, whose first name is Jaden. You call him, 50 kids, 80 kids raise their hand. Me, you mean me? No, Jaden K, Jaden F. We're not having that. So yeah, they're actually, the names that I picked are actually Hindu, because I wanted something that wasn't American, or wasn't like ethnic, like black. You call a name and you're like, oh, that's a black girl. When you call these names, you won't know who they are, what color they are. You won't even be able to guess until they come through the door. And that's exactly what I want. But I'm digressing as usual, but I just want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, So those are pretty much all of the different criteria that are important to me when it comes to choosing a doctor. So also, you have to be fully comfortable with the person. And I'm going to be like on straight up alert with this doctor. You know, if he's, you know, warm, friendly. I'm not looking for a best friend. Really not. But you just want to be comfortable. You looking at my cooch. You looking at my purse. You looking at my vagina. You need to be just a little bit nice. I'm going through a whole lot, you know, TTCing for 2 years and all, you know what I'm saying? So I expect a certain level of compassion, you know, from a doctor. And so I need to be able to be comfortable, and most importantly, to be able to communicate. And he also needs to be able to give me room to ask questions and get clarity on things, because I didn't go to medical school. He did. And so the things that he may know about, you know, I may need, you know, extra, you know, clarification on it. And so I need somebody who's not going to just push me out of the door and say, okay, done, next, you know what I'm saying? I want somebody who's going to be like, do you have any questions? You know, can I make anything else clear for you? You know, just not do what you got to do and haul tail. Wham, bam, thank you, man. We don't need that kind of service. You know, because you get paid. So you get paid to do a job, you need to do it. And so I have, like, you know, I won't be too, you know, far-fetched in certain things, because, you know, once I do get pregnant, I just need to know what I need to do, you know, specifically, individually, to keep myself healthy, because my only goal in pregnancy is not to overgain the recommended weight gain for me, because I'm already like 2-something, you know what I'm saying? And so I want to gain as little as possible, and it's very it's not that hard when, you know, you are on the right track and you really don't want to be. I do not want to be 300 pounds, having a baby at 300 pounds. It's not going to work. So, you know, that's why I've already started the ball rolling with exercising and keeping myself healthy and eating properly, because I'm going to be so strict on myself. And you can do it. I know people be like, oh, well, you know, when you're pregnant, you're going to have all those cravings and you're not going to be sticking to no diet. Speak for yourself, honey. You know, as long as it's taking for my behind to get pregnant, I'm going to be on point, because that's one of my things. I don't want a C-section. Now, if I have no choice but to have one, then so be it. But if it's something that I can do within myself to keep myself completely and utterly healthy, then I'll do what I need to do. So, I'm looking forward to meeting Dr. Sumac. Dr. Sumac. And so, I just can't wait. I'm just so ready for this whole Christmas holiday to go. To go so I can go see the doctor. And we can just start the ball rolling. So we're pretty much ready to go to the next level, try anything, but most importantly, the hysterosalpingogram needs to get redone over, because, you know, it just needs to get done over. And that's pretty much it. If you have any other criteria or things that you whatever's important to you that you go by, any tips that you personally go by when picking a physician, let me know. And listen, if you get stuck with a fool, do not be afraid to change doctors. Change doctors, honey. It don't really cost you much to get a copy. You call them, get a copy of your medical records, transferred over to another office. Bada bing, bada bang, like my mama like to say. You know, and that's it. You going about your business, because they are there. The insurance companies are paying them to provide. They're providing you a service. They're not doing it for free. They're not doing you no favors. The least they could do is treat you with the utmost respect. And it's just, if they want to stay in business long, they need to act right. You know, because word of mouth and with social media and all that, you can't afford to be treating people rude or treating people any kind of way. But some people have some doctors have just that much clientele that they can care less. You know, they can do without 1 or 2 people who don't care for them. But I'm hoping, because this was like the first doctor's office out of the many that I called this morning that actually, you know, their secretary was nice, knowledgeable, professional, and knew what they were talking about and was able to assist me. I didn't have to wait on the call. I didn't have to, you know, anything. And plus, what's important as well, one thing that the insurance company does provide with the additional information of the doctor is how many years they were in practice and the hospital that they're affiliated with. So you pretty much have an idea where you might be delivering. So if you're not really cool with a certain type of hospital, you may want to change doctors for that fact. Because some doctors are just affiliated with certain hospitals, and those are the only hospitals that they go to do what they need to do. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm trying to learn as much as I can learn, and as I learn it, I'm going to pass it on to y'all. I know some of y'all are just already got the tea on, you know, that, but this process is super new for me. I'm learning as I go, and I'm just hoping that I ain't got to go back to the drawing board, because it was kind of frustrating calling doctor after doctor, and they either don't answer the phone or you got to listen to a recording, and nobody got time for that. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below in the comments down below, and that's pretty much it. So peace and hair grease. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, happy belated Thanksgiving, and if I don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas, and future happy birthday to me, because my birthday is when is my birthday? January 6th. That's my birthday is. So I'll be 32. Woo. I'm getting old. I gotta get these kids made. Yeah. Then I won't care about my birthday anymore, because it'll be all about them. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Peace and hair grease, and bye.